So it's been a minute since the last time we played an Elite boss, and I thought the Elite Phayze on Luminous Cove would be a really fun one to try out. So first off, let me show you guys the rules. We're playing on Luminous Cove, which is the brand new map, but take a look at the towers that we have available, or actually the ones that we don't have available is like literally half the towers, if not more than those. And also the boss HP and the boss speed have been reduced to 70%. So again, this is Elite Phayze, which means that Phayze is going to be jumping a certain percentage of the track each time we proc a skull. So let me just show you guys what I did for the first shot. I placed Benji, and then just because we have these road spikes and we're gonna get some money from Ben, we can probably start with Ben and just, you know, start making money right off the get-go. So we can go like this, and then we can go for the Buccaneer. And also I'm just gonna make sure I have the Buccaneer set on last, because there's this monkey knowledge which allows you to attack 10% faster if you have it set on last. Now what makes this boss event really interesting is the fact that we are missing a bunch of towers and just the way that this map works. So these pools on the top are a high ground in comparison to these pools on the bottom, and then these pools down here are a high ground in comparison to, I guess, this huge water space in the middle. Now if you take a look at the towers that are available to us, we have 2 ice towers available. So I think that what Ninjakiwi was trying to do was they were trying to make us use these ice towers as platforms so that we place our towers onto the water and then we deal with the boss somehow in that sort of way. Now I actually do have a plan for the tier 1 boss, which is gonna involve, well, cheesing the high grounds a little bit, if you can say so. It's not exactly cheesing, but the tower that I'm gonna use doesn't exactly care about high grounds. So yeah, let's just start the farming as usual, buy a couple of 200 farms, and then we're gonna have to go for bottom path Buccaneers so that we can get the boat farming going eventually. So we started leaking a little bit, so that's why I bought the grape shot. I'm still keeping this thing on last, and there is really not that much space for land towers on this map, so I think that 4 farms is just about the maximum. Alright, so here's the plan. I'm gonna drop a village like this. This is gonna be a 102 village for all these discounts, which are gonna be really nice for the merchant when we eventually buy them. And since we're around 34, here's what I want to do. I'm gonna get at least one more merchantman, I think, or maybe we can just get something like a favor trades boat, and then we need to start saving up money for the defensive side. Alright guys, so it's round 39, and here is how we're gonna defend the tier 1. I actually tried this on the normal one and it works, and that is that if you buy the aircraft carrier, so look at this thing, if you go like this, you buy the aircraft carrier and then you set it on strong, obviously because we needed to focus on the boss. These small planes, they don't exactly care about high ground. So look at this thing, the small planes are actually attacking Phayze even though the aircraft carrier itself is on a lower elevation than the boss. Alright, so let's see how one aircraft carrier is gonna do by itself. I think that we're probably gonna need one more actually, but let me greed it out a little bit because we're super close to the trade empire, so I think I want to buy this thing first. Yeah, let's get the trade empire first. And so because Elite Phayze has 5 skulls in total, and each skull is an 8% jump off the track, and because, you know, when he reaches the low ground, essentially that's like almost half the track gone, you really want to be careful and you really want to get the damage going as fast as possible. So yeah, that's why I think we might need one more. Actually, if we are buying one more, I'm gonna make sure that this thing is something like this, just like a destroyer. I'm gonna say it on strong. I think this should be fine. Oh no, never mind, the destroyer doesn't do that much damage. Let's get another aircraft carrier. Let's just do it like this just to be safe. I don't want to be getting a flagship. I think the flagship is gonna win, but I just want to keep things a little bit cheaper. And also, let's not forget to buy the merchantman and keep the farming going. I also want to have a village here on the right side if I can fit one. Yeah, let's go like this. And it seems like 2 of these guys are gonna be enough. Let me not jinx it because I think that there are 2 skulls left on the face, so we're gonna have at least one more jump happening. Yeah, there we go. Let me just keep buying these merchantmen. So let's go like this, and that's gonna be the last jump for Phayze. So yeah, 2 of these guys were enough, and I'm just kind of starting to think right now, could we have done this with 1 is my question. I mean, we did spend a decent amount of money actually on the second one, which would have been nice for farming, but you know what, we get the job done. And yeah, that's how you beat these high ground bosses, I guess. And so Ninjakiwi, I think, did want us to use the ice tower as platform for some towers, like, I don't know, maybe like the Bombad Ninja or something like that, but nope, we just used the planes. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep buying up a bunch of these boats. We have a bunch of cash, and let's see how much money we can make until we reach the tier 2. Alright, so it's round 59, and here is how I want to defend the tier 2. So first off, we're gonna go for a top hat boat again because, well, the planes are just way too good, and we also get the innate camo right from the crow's nest, so we just guarantee that we're gonna keep doing damage to the boss. And then let's try and use these platforms as, I think, by the way, the elevation of both of these platforms doesn't allow the ninja or whatever tower you have over here to see on the top pool. And I'm actually gonna go for a master bomber onto this platform because I don't know what would be a good tower to defend this with. So like, we're missing literally like half the towers in BT6, maybe even more than that, and from the ones that we can use, I don't exactly see which one is gonna be like a tower that's actually gonna do well versus the boss. And keep in mind, you can't even place some of these guys on the platform anyway, so yeah, there's that. Let me also just keep using using the money that we have so that we can get the farming going. So I'm just gonna be buying a couple of these into favorite trades, and hopefully this combo is gonna be enough. The Master Bomber's projectiles actually do a decent amount of damage. They do, I think it was 3,000 per projectile, so that's really nice. And so far so good. The boss has covered a huge portion of the map actually, but this is Phayze and just how it goes. And I think that even though Ninjakiwi's idea for us to maybe force us to use the ice tower and place land towers to defend, I think that was like a good idea in general, but we can just cheese this thing with the boat. Well, it's not cheese. I mean, it's technically not cheese because this is like an allowed strategy and everything, but yeah, this is just how you want to do this boss, I guess. Alright, so that was the tier 2. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna sell the ninja. We have $188,000, so I'm gonna be using all this money to spam a bunch of boats around the map. I'm gonna upgrade them to favorite trades, and hopefully that's enough money for the tier 3 because we are gonna need a ninja paragon for the tier 3, and that's a lot of money. So let's see if we can make it. Okay, so the tier 3 boss is about to appear, and we need to do a couple of things. So number one is we need to get the ninja paragon. The reason why we're getting the ninja paragon is because the wizard is probably a little bit too weak and a little bit more expensive, and then I want to save all these boats and eventually buy a super high degree on the buccaneer. I think that just like a straight up degree 1 ninja is gonna clean out this tier 3 boss no problem. Now the second thing that we need to do is, you guys probably know that there is a secret on this map, which is you can remove when you buy off tier 5 mermonk, essentially you can remove this top portion of the map and it frees up a lot of water space. Now we can use that water space to buy a bunch more boats and make a lot more money. And so I bought the final harmonic and I sold it, and it seems like this heart keeps glowing. So what that tells me, let me just buy the ninja, by the way. Is it gonna be degree 1? Yeah, it's degree 1, but that's completely fine. Oh my god, look at what's happening to the boss. This ninja is gonna be the MVP. I mean, we're gonna get a super high degree on the buccaneer paragon as well, just because of all these boats, because each dollar that these guys make counts as 4 pops towards the paragon formula. So the buccaneer paragon at the end is gonna be a super high degree as well, but this ninja is owning as well. So about these mermonkeys, so look at this thing. I'm gonna buy Poseidon and the heart in the middle is gonna light up, but I can sell Poseidon for 54,000 and the heart in the middle is still glowing. So that means that we can probably unlock this space in the middle, this extra space, without having to be forced to keep all the mermonkeys, which is really nice. So let's get the Lord of the Abyss, let's sell it, and if I click this up top, oh, it's not working. Wait a minute, so it glows, but oh, never mind. What am I talking about? There we go. Yes, and look at this thing, some more water space so we can farm into. Yes, let's buy a bunch more favorite trades boats, and these guys are gonna make so much money. And actually, I know that we lost a little bit of cash by buying and selling the mermonkeys, but this is gonna make up for it 100%. And try 99 and take a look at the top portion that we just freed up. I think I fit 12 or 13 boats inside, which are making close to 10k per round, which is really nice. So the money that we lost from buying and selling the tier 5 mermonkeys actually got compensated by a huge amount, and because it's round 99, you guys know what's coming out. So it's gonna be the tier 4 boss. I place all the small ninjas, and then we have $1.5 million, which I'm gonna put every single dollar of this into the ninja paragon. And what's the degree that we're gonna get? It's gonna be 54. That is ridiculous. That's a huge degree. Alright, so we're gonna beat this phase with only 2 paragons, but guys, these 2 paragons are gonna be just ridiculous degrees, both of them. Yes, so look at these projectiles. So similarly to how the tier 3 phase got defeated by just a degree 1 ninja, it's the exact same thing happening to this one. It might even be a little bit faster actually. Look at these sticky projectiles. They just they take out like half the shield or something like that. Let me just watch it onto this skull. It's almost taking out the entire skull by itself just with one single sticky projectile. Yeah, this ninja is insane. And one more sticky, and that is gonna be all she wrote for the tier 4 phase, which is actually pretty, you know, it was pretty easy so far. I gotta be honest, I'm getting a lot of enjoyment of this run because this is like a boat farming strategy, which we don't get to use that often. Is this new map, so we freed up a bunch of space, we're making a lot of money, and just the fact that a lot of these towers that we normally use are banned, so it forces us to use like a different strategy, sort of. And guys, this is it, the tier 5 elite phase. Let me just sell all of these farms before upgrading to the paragon. So let's go like this, and let's put all of the money that we have into this thing. So this is gonna be a degree, I think it's 91. Oh my god, that's ridiculous. That's probably one of the highest degrees that we've had in recent times, I would say. Let me just switch this guy to strong. Yeah, definitely one of the strongest paragons I've made without Geraldo in a recent while. And yeah, again, these planes, they can attack phase while he's at the top, so they do a little bit of damage. They don't exactly take out a skull or anything like that, but to have the extra damage early on is really nice. And now that the ninja can see phase, they're on the same elevation, the sticky projectiles just start getting thrown, and this boss should be done in no time. What do we have? Some, yeah, we have some damage amplifier. So let me just, I think it's only this one actually. Yeah, this is the only damage amplifier that we have, but I'm just gonna buy it anyways. Let's get the super barrel, and these guys are just demolishing the boss. And yes, this is the, you know what, it's been a very long time since I uploaded the Phayze video on the channel as well, but yeah, this is how you take down the Elite Phayze. It was a really fun boss in a sense that we have not used a strategy like this before. This is the first time, by the way, we're playing a boss on Luminous Cove, the new map, so it was fun testing it out and just seeing how it works, just kind of trying to learn out, you know, these farming spaces, or you know, how you want to defend this map and stuff like that. But that's gonna be the tier 5 phase, and boom, you know, 2 paragons seems to be enough. Let's just check the pop count onto our towers before we go. So the ninja at 20 million pops, and then this guy is absolutely on, oh, it's about 22 million, but this guy, we bought the buccaneer for the tier 5, so yeah, he did a lot more damage than the ninja, it looks like. But that's gonna be it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm gonna see you all in the next one.